We're going to take a look at solving one-step equations. And we're going to use, to solve our one-step equations, the change side, change sign rule here, which we have on our wee sticky note at the right. So there's different methods for solving equations. This is one of the methods. You can also do a balancing method, and we're not going to be doing that method. We're going to do change side, change sign. So if we look at our first equation here, we have x plus 12 is equal to 40. And if you think about how that equation is done, so you start off with your x and you add 12 onto it and you get an answer of 30. And to solve that, then we would go back through that. So start with your 30 and you would take off your 12, and that would bring you back to your x. So it's that kind of idea that we're going to be using to solve this. We're doing the inverse. So instead of plus 12, we'll be doing take away 12. So if you look at the equation here in the change side, change sign, so we've got our plus 12. Equals is the side, okay? So you can imagine like this is a line that you have to cross. When that plus 12 comes across the other side, it has to change its sign. So it's changed side of the equals. It has to change from a plus 12 to a minus 12. So we're going to write that out. X is equal to 30 minus 12. And then we just need to work that out, and that is our answer. So 30 take away 12 is 18. So we changed the plus 12 to the other side, and it changed from a plus to a minus because it changed side. It has to change sign, and x is equal to 18 then. And then you can always check that that is right by putting it back into the start of the equation. So we can put it in here and say, right, well, we now know that x is 18. So 18 plus 12, yep, that does equal 30. So we have got this correct. We can be very confident that we've got the right answer. Look at our second one. So again, taking it like this dividing line, and if you move over that dividing line where the equals is, you have to change the sign. So we've got a minus 6. We're going to move it over to the other side, and that means that x is going to be equal to, the 5 is staying where it is, the minus 6 is now a plus, so plus 6. And 5 plus 6 is 11. So your answer to that one is 11. And again, you can check to make sure you're right. So put the 11 back in at the top. X, so that's 11. Take away 6. Yes, indeed, that does equal 5. So yes, that is a correct answer. Now, on these two at the bottom here, so again, we're going to think about crossing our line. You need to understand that in algebra, a 3 beside a letter means that you're multiplying. So this 3 here means that we're going to be multiplying by x. We don't put our multiply signs in. So once I bring that multiply by 3 to the other side, it's going to have to change to a divide by 3. So it's going to be 15 divided by 3. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. So what we're saying here is 3 lots of 5 is equal to 15. And yes, 3 times 5 is 15. And on our final example that we have here, we have a line and a 3. So this line means x divided by 3. So again, in algebra, we don't use a division sign. We use the fraction line. So it's x divided by 3. So if I bring that to the other side, it's going to have to change to a multiply. So this is going to be x is equal to 7 multiplied by 3. The 7 stays where it is. It doesn't move and it doesn't change. So it just stays in position, and we bring the 3 over the other side beside it. It goes from a divide 3 to a multiply by 3. So that means that x is equal to, well, 7 times 3 is 21. So your answer is 21. And again, you can check that works. 21 divided by 3, yes, that is 7. So that is correct. So whenever you change side, remember, change your sign. So we're going to look at a few more examples. I'm going to do the top row with you, and I want you to then pause the video and you're going to try the bottom row. So the ones along the top row here, directly below them, has a very similar example, just slightly different numbers. So in my top row here, I have x plus 10 is equal to 42. So we're going to write down our x equals, and remember when we change over the middle, the plus 10 is going to become a minus 10. So 42 says where it is, 42, take away the 10. And x is equal to 32, because 42 take away 10 is 32. So let's double check that we've got that right. So put the 32 back in. 32 plus 10 equals 42. That is correct. So x does equal 32. On to the next one then. So we've got a minus 4. We're going to bring that across, and it's going to change its sign to become a plus 4. So x is equal to 13 plus 4. And 13 plus 4 is 17. And again, we can check that's right. So 17 take away 4. 17 take away 4 is 13, so we've got that correct. Our next one, so remember in this one, the 5 here, it means that we're multiplying. So when we bring it to the other side, we need to divide. So x is equal to, and keep your 20 in position, divide that by the 5. So that means that x is equal to 4. So 5 lots of 4, yes, that is 20, so we've got this one correct. And on to our last one in this row. And this, remember, is divided by 9. So if I bring it to the other side, I need to multiply. So x is equal to 6 multiplied by 9. So that means x is equal to 54. And again, 54 divided by 9 is 6. So yes, that is the correct answer. Now, you pause the video at this point, and then I want you to try the ones in the bottom row using the example directly above it to help you. And then once you have had a go at them, play the video again and I will work through them with you and you can check that you've been doing them right. Alright, now that you've had a little try at those, let's go over them. So this first one, x plus 9 equals 20. So we will do x is equal to, plus 9 becomes a 9 minus 9 when we move the side. So 20 minus 9, so x is equal to 11. Okay, so you should have x equals 11 for that one. And then you can double check it. So 11 plus 9 equals 20. Yes, that is a correct answer, because 11 plus 9 does equal 20. On to our next one. So we have a minus 17. We're going to bring it to the other side. And a minus 17 is going to become a plus 17. So 3 plus 17. Remember, your x is still on the left. So x is equal to 3 plus 17 is 20. And then you can check that. 20. Take away 17 gives you 3. So we have a correct answer for that. On to this third example that you had to try. So this, remember, means multiply. So when I bring it to the other side, we're going to divide. So x is equal to 66 divided by 11. So x is equal to 6. So check that. 11 lots of 6. 11 times 6 does equal 66. That is a correct answer. And on to our final ones. This is divide by 3. If I bring it to the other side, it's going to change to multiply by 3. So that means x is equal to 15 times by 3. And that means x is equal to, well, 15 times 3 is 45. So it's equal to 45. So check that works. 45 divided by 3 is equal to 15. That is correct. So x does equal 45. Now this is just the very early stages of solving equations. And if you watch out, there will be more videos on two-step equations and equations with x on both sides that you will watch after this one as your initial introduction to one-step equations.